this is Miss Rona, and today I'm going to discuss the meat basics. So what is meat? Meat is the muscle of the animal, such as beef for cow or cattle, pork for hog or pig, and mutton for sheep or goat. Meat is composed of 75% of water, 20% of protein, and 5% of fat. When preparing meat, water is a very important nutrient to keep in mind. Too much cooking will make meat dry. As meat cooks, it gets smaller due to shrinkage. Shrinkage occurs when the meat loses water as it cooks. There are two types of fats in meat. The first type is the marbling, wherein it is the fat within the muscle tissue. It affects the meat's tenderness, taste, and quality. In general, the more tender and flavorful the meat will be. The second type of fat in meat is the fat cap, which surrounds muscle tissue. An animal uses this layer of fat as an energy source and to keep itself warm. This layer of fat left on during cooking to keep meat moist and juicy. If there is no fat cap, barding or larding is an alternative. So how to do barding? Wrap a lean meat with fat such as bacon before roasting. How about larding? The long thin strips of fat or vegetables are inserted into the center of the lean meat. Meat products have three components such as muscle fiber, connective tissues, and bones. The first component of meat is muscle fiber. Leaner cuts of meat have fewer calories because it is almost completely composed of muscle fibers with little fat. These fibers determine meat's texture and contributes to its flavor. For example, coarsely textured meat such as ham has tough, large fiber, while smooth textured meat such as beef tenderloin has tender, small fibers. The second component of meat is connective tissues. It connects muscle to bones and binds muscle together. Connective tissues is tough, so to cook meat properly, you need to consider how connective tissues function. The composition of connective tissues are collagen and elastin. Collagen is the soft white tissue that breaks down into gelatin and water during slow moist cooking process, while elastin is a hard yellow tissue that doesn't break down during cooking. The third component of meat is the bones. The bones make up the skeleton of the animals. An older animal has whiter bones while a younger animal has redder bones. Learning the bone structure of an animal will help you identify the different cuts of meat and how they are carved. In 1906, the federal government passed the Meat Inspection Act. This law requires the inspection of all meat transported across state lines. It guarantees that the meat is wholesome and that the animal was not diseased. The meat for food service operation must have a USDA or United States Department of Agriculture inspection stamp. The USDA stamp will not reveal anything about the quality or tenderness of the meat, only that it is fit for human consumption. Meat is graded for quality, which reveals its tenderness, juiciness, and flavor. The first quality grade is the USDA Prime. It is best used for food service establishment, and although it is considered as the most expensive, it has excellent marbling and a thick layer of fat cap. The second quality grade of meat is the USDA Choice. It is more widely accepted in the food service industry, and aside from great value, it is most prepared by consumer because of its flavor and tenderness. The third quality grade of meat is the USDA Select. It has very little marbling and usually purchased by food service operations that are concerned about keeping costs down. Below USDA select grades are utility, cutter, and canner grades. Another reason to grade meat is for yield. It measures the amount of usable meat. The best grade is yield grade 1 and the lowest is yield grade 5. So if you purchase meat with marked yield grade 5, it probably has a large amount of fat and not much muscle. There are several factors that we need to consider when purchasing meat, such as menu, the cooking method, the price, and of course, the quality and value. After purchasing, meat handling and storage should be considered because it requires careful attention. Meat quickly spoils if it is not properly handled. For fresh meat, it should be stored in the refrigerator at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Place meat on trays so that juices from the meat will not contaminate other foods or the storage unit floors. Store and cook meats on the lower shelf below other meats. Raw meats should always be placed on the lowest shelf. For the frozen meat, place it in the freezer at 0 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Never freeze meat in the containers. Always wrap the meat in an airtight, moisture-proof packaging to prevent freezer burn. Labeling packages and following FIFO help avoid spoilage. And lastly, meat should always be toned under the refrigeration and never on the counter. That's the end of the discussion. For your question and concern, you can send me a message. Once again, this is Miss Rona. Thank you for listening. Have a good day and stay safe. Bye!